War rages across the mortal realms. New alliances are formed while others lie shattered, and the dominant powers ever seek their next conquest. As these two powerful forces prepare to clash, one fact is becoming clear. The season of war has begun. This battle is brought to you by our channel members and FLGS partners, Warpfire Minis and X-Planet.
Hello and welcome to Season of War! Tonight I'm joined finally by my buddy Wee, I've been budding to death on the channel for probably 3 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Probably 3 years. Yeah. Wee actually has helped out with the channel as well, helping with scripts and whatnot in the past for different battle reports, so you've seen his handiwork involved in the channel, even if you didn't know it. But finally got you out to play a game.
Yeah.
So,
long overdue. Well, long overdue. For sure.
Yes. We're very excited. But my name's Jordan, and we'll jump right into things tonight by going through the mission, which is the ice fields. So we've got 6 objectives on the table. It's hold 1, hold 2, hold more scoring. It's a pretty traditional. The twist with this mission is if you run, you take D3 mortal wounds for each unit that runs. Mm-hmm. And when you make any charges on a roll of a 1, you take D3 mortal wounds, so you could potentially be taking 2D3 if you snake eyes the charge. So we actually had that be pretty significant in our first game on this mission. Actually it was Stormcast and Ironjaws, so Stormcast didn't love it that time, but hopefully we can reclaim glory today.
No.
But yeah, that's it for the mission though. Wee, do you want to take us through your list?
Sure. This is a Skaven list, starting with the Big Daddy Thankful over here. Doesn't get to ride the boat like he used to apparently, but still a pretty good caster in this game. I got 2 Graciers. One is the General. He's got the Master of Magic. The other one's got the Skaven Brew down there, and they've got Hoarfrost on both of them. I've got the Plague Priest, who's got Rabid, and Master Molder over there, who likes to bring back some of these
Rat Ogres.
Yeah, Rat Ogres and Giant Rats and stuff. So. In terms of infantry, I've got 3 units of 20 clan rats because they're for 100 points. That's one of the best deals you can get. Unit of 20 plague monks, 4 rat ogres over there, unit of 6 giant rats, and a unit of 12 giant rats. That's the list.
You can't forget about your big abomination.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, the helping abomination. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. So yes, a good mix of different things. Like you said, Thankful doesn't have the speed board, so isn't as effective with his aggro shooting, but it's still, +3 to cast? So, not bad.
When he's uninjured. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair. Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, going up against him today, we've got the Stormcast Eternals. I'm playing Hallowed Knights, so I've obviously included Gardas in my list because he's going to give me a 5-up ward save when he comes down from the heavens. And then for my other heroes, I have a Lord Castellan, who's my general with Master of Magic and an Arcane Tome. And then I have a Knight Incantor for the auto unbind and to cast Hoarfrost hopefully on some stuff. And most likely casting them on my big unit of 4 dragons. No surprise there. Filling out the rest of the list though, I have 2 units of 5 Indictors, one of them is off the board. And then also joining them and Gardas off the board is a unit of 15 Judicators. I've gone back and forth with the different shooting and haven't built up my own Tempesters yet. And I gotta give a shout out to my buddy John. I've taken a few elements of the list he played on the channel a couple months ago, as well as some of my own staples like the Judicators. So, gonna see how it all works out together. And I had everything wrapped up in the Battle Regiment to be 1 drop here.
I'm 6 drops.
Yes, so I outdropped you, given me choice, and you know what's coming. We're gonna go into Skaven turn 1.
Putting their devious schemes into action, the Skaven battle tactic is magical dominance. Thankwolf fails heroic leadership while the Lord Castellan succeeds. The Greyseer General casts Hoarfrost and grants 2 Ren to the Plague Monks. Then the Plague Priest chants for Rabid on them. Why does Skaven always have such stupid names? The second Greyseer casts Mystic Shield on the Clan Rats. While timid with their early positioning, the Skaven complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
All right, that's it for turn 1.
Yep.
Very exciting stuff. Just got Horfrost off on these Plague Monks, so they're all rocking Ren 2. Got a ward save, not ward save, +1 save for Mystic Shield on these Clan Rats.
Yep.
Because that fed into my battle tactic of magical dominance. No,
Yeah.
magical dominance. And I did not cast any further because there's a.
The Knight Incantor was in range, of Thankful, so.
So okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Worth it for the battle tactic
No
to hold off casting.
Yeah, exactly. No problem. Oh, I also got Rabbit off on them too, so they're +1 attack as well. And then really just sort of spacing out, shifting out, trying to keep these dragons away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you did a good job of like trying to push me back with the giant rats, the tiny giant rats.
That's right.
Because, well, they don't have Death Frenzy on them. That's like the time you want to go into them. I don't know if you have Death Frenzy. Do you have Death Frenzy on them?
In the list down here, yeah.
And you did a good job of kind of pushing me back with the giant rats, because with the Plague Monks all buffed up, well, they do have a bunch of buffs. They don't have Death Frenzy. And so this is like the time to go into them, but you're definitely making it a little hard right now. So I'm going to have to think about what I want to do. And otherwise, though, I think that's it. So we can jump into Stormcast turn 1.
Looking to put these agents of chaos 6 feet under, the Stormcast battle tactic is Draconith Destruction. The Lord Castellant uses heroic leadership while Thankful again fails. Using primal magic, the Knight Incantor casts Horfrost on the Stormdrake Guard, granting their blades 3 rend. The Lord Castellant then casts Mystic Shield and grants his warding lantern to the Stormdrakes. Deep striking from the heavens, Gardas, the Vindictors, and the Judicators all join the fight. The Stormdrakes unleash their draconic flame stream, roasting 4 giant rats and 1 clan rat. The Judicators then fire at the Hell Pit Abomination and deal 11 wounds. Charging their foe and ready to unleash their fury, the Stormdrakes roar the clan rats. Using all-out attack and the Inspired Triumph, the Stormdrakes viciously tear apart all the clan rats. As the Stormdrakes lead the charge against the forces of chaos, the Stormcast Eternals complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
Stormcast turn 1. And it went pretty well so far. Nothing too crazy. The Dragons gave me my only real option in the battle tactic, because on the missions with the territories that are up to half, it's so tough to score battle tactics early. And you were able to do magical dominance, but because I was so forward with my spellcasters, I couldn't do that comfortably. You have good pluses to unbind, so not worth the risk. So the Draconic Onslaught, I think it was, to kill a unit with 10 or more models. Dragons did the job in the end. Overkilled quite a bit because I did all-out attack and my Inspired Triumph with +3 or rank 3 on their swords from Horfrost. So all of those things combined meant some dead clan rats. Again, overkill. Maybe didn't need to pop the Triumph, but I think worth it just to guarantee the battle tactic.
Popping the Triumph means a victory for me. So.
Yeah, again, could have been used somewhere later, but it's just one of those things, right? You don't want to drop those points, and 3s and 3s, or even 2s and 3s, you know how unreliable that can be sometimes, so
totally. Went
for the sure thing. I'm all buffed up with those dragons, so they're kind of leading the charge for me right now, trying to be a menace up in your face. And that's about it right now. So I'll get my points as well, and we'll be tied right now heading into round 2. So we will get to roll the big old priority. That's a 1 for me.
1.
You win ties, so you get a choice. We were debating it off camera whether it was worth it. I almost wanted to give it away, or didn't mind you taking it, because my dragons are all buffed up right now. They're not in range to get those buffs up again, which you are aware of, so you're hoping to weather the storm as we jump into Stormcast turn 2.
Yeah.
Sensing easy prey, the Stormcast battle tactic is a matter of honor. Gardas and the Grey Seer both use heroic leadership. The Lord Castellant has Arcane Bolt Unbound, and the Knight Incantor fails Mystic Shield. The giant rats redeploy, moving 4 inches. The Lord Castellan uses at the double, but suffers 1 mortal wound on the treacherous ice. The Stormdrake's flame streams take down the Master Molder and deal 3 mortals to the abomination. The Judicators split their fire, dealing 11 damage to the clan rats and 6 to the giant rats. Again, in the thick of the battle, the Stormdrakes fail their roar, while the abomination roars them. Fighting first, the Stormdrakes deal 12 damage to the rat ogres and finish off the abomination, who sadly fails too horrible to die. The rat ogres use all-out attack as they retaliate, but can only deal 3 damage to the Stormdrakes. The rat ogres use inspiring presence, but the remaining clan rats and giant rats all flee to battle shock. Continuing to devastate their furry foe, the Stormcast Eternals complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
Stormcast turn 2. You took a gamble. It was a pretty good turn. Pretty good turn for Stormcast. Now, what you were hoping on was to survive this thing, open you up to the double back, because you probably weren't going to be able to put through much damage on the dragons at +2 save with a potential all-out defense, that kind of thing. So, took a gamble. I was able to do pretty good amount of damage. I rolled hot on the mortals with the dragon breath. Yeah. So they took off your guy who's going to bring back the rat ogres, so that I wasn't worried about that. I ended up splitting my shots with the Judicators, finish off the giant rats who can be annoying and actually do a surprising amount of damage if they get the chance. And then put the other ones into the clan rats, wanting to whittle your units for storing and all that. In hindsight, I could have and should have put them into the rat ogres probably, but it ended up causing all 20 or the remaining 9 clan rats to flee. So taking our unit off is definitely worthwhile. And the rat ogres, are tied up right now with the dragons. So again, in a solid spot now. Dardis has got his ward bubble up on the dragons and putting the rats kind of on their heels and staying away from the plague monks for the time being.
They're fine. Don't be worried.
I recently experienced from Ridge what some Horrorfrosted plague monks can do, so hoping we don't run into that, or at least on our terms.
He's a smart man.
He is, but yeah, that's it for Stormcast though, and we'll jump into Skaven turn 2.
Surprised by their failing plans and finding themselves on their hind claws, the Skaven battle tactic is led into the Maelstrom. Thanquol fails heroic leadership while the Lord Castellan succeeds. Thanquol has Death Frenzy unbound, but the Grey Seer casts Hoarfrost, granting Rend 3 to the Plague Monks. The Plague Priest chants for Rabid Rabbit on the Plague Monks and manifests the Never Plague. The second Grey Seer casts Mystic Shield on the Rat Ogres, then casts Merciless Blizzard and deals 9 mortal wounds to the Stormdrakes. Thanquol roars the Stormdrake Guard, who in turn roar the Rat Ogres. Not interested in tangling with the dragons, Thanquol uses Scurry Away. I'm not sure if he's smart or just a coward. The Stormdrakes are next to fight, and they finish off the Rat Ogres. Doing all they can to fight back, the Skaven complete their battle tactic and score 4 points.
All right, Skaven turn 2. We got the battle tactic, led into the Maelstrom.
Yep.
Led by Thanquol, bravely charging these dragons.
Yep.
And
then running away, to be fair.
He's very smart. He's very smart Skaven, so he didn't really want to tangle, but we got the battle tactic.
Yeah.
Because you decided to obliterate the rat ogres instead of the clan rats, which is fine.
Well, you bring back clan rats. Yeah. I wasn't going to kill them all. I only had 2 dragons, so it just makes sense to finish off the ogres.
Totally makes sense. The one thing was I did get Merciless Blizzard off.
Yes.
And was able to take out one dragon, which is pretty good.
I failed the spell Ignore on the dragons, but made a few ward saves with Dardus.
Yeah, but was still able to do 9 wounds at the end of it. So that took care of one of my 4 problems. And still got a bunch more to go. Yeah. Playing monks over here, they're doing their thing. You're keeping your distance.
Slowly wandering forwards.
Keeping your social distance away from these plague monks who are now death frenzied.
Yes.
And they've got Hoarfrost on them too.
Yeah.
So
not enticing to go into, but I'm happy to stay far away from them. It's funny though, the mission and the not running is scary.
Yeah. The charging is scary too, right? Yeah. Like everything sort of like hurts, I guess, right?
Yes.
On this planet.
Yeah.
And but it is sort of keeping me from really like being more aggressive in my movements.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take like additional more moves if I don't have to. But, what can you do? So that's it for turn. So I scored 4 points.
Yep.
Battle tactic in 2. And we'll go into
looking into round 3, priority again. I win ties this time. That's a 4.
That's a 5.
You beat me, so your choice.
I think I'm gonna have to do the double.
Okay, so you'll take it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and we'll jump into Skaven turn 3.
Yeah, sounds good.
With a big opportunity to exact revenge, the Skaven battle tactic is bait and trap. The Grey Seer uses heroic leadership, and the Lord Castellan uses their finest hour. The Plague Priest chants for Rabid Rabbit on the Plague Monks, and a Grey Seer casts Mystic Shield on them. The Grey Seer General has Hoarfrost unbound, but feeds the monks his Skaven Brew. Skaven Brew? Thankful casts Death Frenzy, but is auto-unbound by the Knight Incanter. Finally getting to join the fight, the Plague Monks attack the Vindictors and completely eviscerate them. As the Vindictors fall, the Stormcast use Call for Aid, and another unit joins the fight to replace them. Successfully outflanking the Stormcast force, the Skaven complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
Alright, turn 3 for Skaven on the double.
Yeah.
I picked Bait and Trap.
Yep.
So, Thankful, once again, being smart.
Yep.
Got out of there, and so did the Clan Rats. And my crazy ones over here did what they needed to do. They charged in. My 2 giant rats were really scary.
Integral though for the battle tactic.
They did. They needed to be there. I wouldn't have gotten it if it weren't for them, right? So, and they made it in, but they just watched the Plague Monks take these guys
eviscerate some Vindictors.
Not as great because you did annoyingly auto-dispel a Death Frenzy, and you
got a lucky unbind.
You unbound my Hoarfrost, which was sad, but that's why.
Especially like both those spells are really good.
Yeah.
Combined, they're extremely scary.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have changed what this happened here because I did kill them. But
but
Frenzy,
for me to now deal with that unit.
Now you're like, oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah,
exactly.
A little juicier.
You brought these guys in.
Yeah, used my Holy Command to bring my Vindictors back. So.
Yeah. But now I'm sort of like, here you got to come over here and deal with me, but it's a good time to come and get it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's dinner time. The bell's ringing.
Okay.
No longer the Skaven bell, but a good turn of scoring though. So you'll get 5 points here with your battle tactics. So definitely a good one. And tactics are going to be getting harder, which is a consideration with this mission. So we'll jump into it. Going into Stormcast turn 3 now.
Looking to regain their momentum, the Stormcast battle tactic is led into the Maelstrom. The Lord Castellan uses heroic leadership, while the Grey Seer fails heroic recovery. The Stormdrakes attempt to rally but return no models. The Lord Castellan has Mystic Shield unbound, but grants his Warding Lantern to the Stormdrake Guard. The Knight Incanter casts Arcane Bolt, then unleashes it to deal 1 mortal to the Plague Monks. The Stormdrake's flame streams roast 3 clan rats and 2 Plague Monks. Then Gardas deals 3 more damage to the Plague Monks. The Judicators level their bows and shoot at Thanquol, managing to deal 10 damage to him. The Stormdrake Guard roar at the Plague Monks. The Vindictors attack first and deal 8 damage to the Plague Monks. The Plague Monks only manage 1 wound against Gardas, then are quickly taken down by the Stormdrakes. Continuing to tear apart the Ratfolk, the Stormcast Eternals complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
Stormcast turn 3, and we are taking it to the rats right now. Did let into the Maelstrom, and actually there was an interesting interaction I had to worry about here, because my dragons could have finished off the Plague Monks first, but if I had have done that, my Vindictors would have had to attack your rats, and would have likely killed your rats, which would have meant I would fail my battle tactic because I'm not within 3 of any units. So one with the Vindictors first. They actually luckily did a ton of damage to the Plague Monks, killed I think 8. So that was awesome. That was good, and then the Dragons cleaned up afterwards and I did my battle tactics, so it all worked out. Otherwise, we did some shooting with the Judicators, just trying to pepper Thanquol. He's still alive, which was, I actually got more damage through than I expected, I think. I got 10 on him. So just puts him in a position where now, okay, he's scared to go into combat or get too close and anything. So
You think I'm scared?
I
got you on the ropes.
Well, you were smart that you were running away and retreating before we got to this point. So
it's the Ali thing, Like just, All right, this is where
we'll jump into priority for round 4.
Yeah,
that's a 1.
That's a 6.
All right, well, you gonna give it to me?
No, I'm gonna take it.
Okay, we'll jump into Skaven turn 4.
While their desperation mounts, the Skaven battle tactic is surround and destroy. Thanquol fails heroic recovery, and the Lord Castellant fails heroic leadership. One Greyseer casts Skitterleap on the other, who then fails to cast Merciless Blizzard. You could have been so cool. The Plague Priest chants for Pestilence, but deals only 2 mortals to guard us. Then Thanquol casts Mystic Shield. Scratching and clawing for everything they can, the Skaven complete their battle tactic and score 4 points.
The exciting turn 4.
Yes.
For Skaven.
The rats running.
The rats.
We have them scared.
That's right. We selected, what's the...
Surround and destroy.
Surround and destroy. That's right. We're doing good on the surrounding.
Yep.
Also good on the destroying by being destroyed. That's fine. But really, it's just one Greyseer decided to Skitterleap over and get him onto this side, onto this table half as well, which is important. And tried a Merciless Blizzard. Couldn't quite get that going, but
worth a try.
Worth a try. And then he took the sliders way out. Right? Thanquol, very brave again. Oh, I should just say heal that.
Yes, he heals again.
Yeah, we'll change that afterwards. He just went back and he's not that.
He's hanging out.
He's hanging out. He's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. He cast Mystic Shield. He's good. He's just chilling. So we've got 4 points.
Yep.
So hey, that's all right.
Yeah, solid turn. You did your tactics, and I know my army. I'm going to start struggling very quickly with tactics, so might get a little tough here for the Stormcast, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll go into Stormcast turn 3.
4.
4?
4.
Needing to finally end the threat of their foe, the Stormcast battle tactic is Magical Dominance. The Castellant uses Heroic Leadership, and Thankful again fails Heroic Recovery. The Stormdrake Guard again attempt to rally, but fail. The Lord Castellant casts Mystic Shield and grants his Warding Lantern to the Stormdrake Guard. The Knight Incantor uses At the Double and suffers 1 mortal wound as she runs. The Judicators unleash their arrows and take out the clan rats. Trying to secure the battlefield, the Stormcast Eternals complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
Stormcast turn 4, and I'm just trying to secure the board at this point, and think about all the points that are still out to play for, because you've kept it a very close game, despite kind of being on the back foot from early on. Thankful's been healing himself back up. I know grand strategy wise, you are trying to keep him alive with spellcasting savant, and I'm trying to kill your battle line. So that's what I sent the dragons that way, thinking about over the 2 turns.
Securing it.
Yeah, I both want to try and deny you from objectives, so that's why I went to that side rather than going to him, even though it might have been easier to deny those 3 points than score these ones. But the Judicators did it anyways, with the help of the dragons actually in shooting.
Yeah.
So we took out the rats, that secures our grand strategy.
Yeah.
Yours is still to play for, and up a couple points, but not a ton. And I was actually really lucky to get my battle tactic this round of Magical Dominance. We had no primal dice. I didn't reroll. I have Master Magic, so I could have rerolled. We rolled naturally. You didn't unbind it, so got the spell off for the 2 points, which that actually would have been. It probably would have been a very 1 point game, or if not for that. So that was very important, and also important is priority.
Yes.
So going to round 5. That's a 1.
That's a 3.
God, how many 1s should I roll on priority? Well,
I'll take it.
Okay, sounds good. We'll go into Skaven turn 5.
Okay.
With no choice but to take risks, the Skaven battle tactic is Magical Mayhem. The Grey Seer fails Heroic Recovery, while the Lord Castellant uses Heroic Leadership. Again attempting to rally, the Stormdrakes fail to return any models. Really, Jordan, you're still trying that? One Grey Seer casts Skitter Leap to teleport himself, then the Plague Priest deals 2 mortals to the Knight Incantor with Bubonic Blight Plague. The other Grey Seer then casts Merciless Blizzard and finishes off the Knight Incantor. Thankful casts an Arcane Bolt and Mystic Shield on himself. As the remaining heroes hide and scurry away, the Skaven complete their battle tactic and score 4 points.
Okay, so turn 5, top of 5.
Yes.
Once again, Skaven being very wily.
Yeah.
Didn't kill anything, but that's fine.
You did kill things.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I got a Great Plague going.
Yeah.
That bubonically did 2 mortal wounds.
Yes.
You bounced 3 of them off though.
Yeah, I made some wards.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But then the Grey Seer hit you with the Merciless Blizzard.
Yes, and did 13 mortals actually.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
On brand for Skaven.
That's right. And he was getting the general out of dodge with the Skitter Leap to the far corner.
Keep him safe for the battle. Great strategy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the whole turn.
Good turn. 4 points again though.
Yeah.
So again, all things considered, you've been scoring very well, and that'll take us into Stormcast turn 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually set up Intimidate the Invaders of having more units out of my territory than in it in round 5. So it's just me marching those units forward.
Yeah.
Is going to guarantee me 5 points this turn in turn 5. So from there, I'll also get my grand strategy, and because of that, he's way too far for me to deal with the Grey Seer now. So you'll get your grand strategy. So it's going to be, I think, only like a 3 or 4 point game in the end.
Yeah, it's quite close.
Yeah, so again, there was that one thing we've been talking about throughout the game, kind of in hindsight, is like that turn 2 priority.
Oh yeah.
The decision there, It's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't think it's the wrong move to have taken it, or to have given it to you.
Yeah.
But then
I got a lot of damage on that turn.
You did knock a lot of my teeth out with that, and it was pretty tough. But like, still, Skaven are trixies like that, right? So we can still.
Yeah, it gave you the opportunity on a double, and you obviously were able to score well throughout the game because of it. But it's the question is, what could you have done? The dragons were like the thing in your face to deal with.
Yeah.
Not really anything else to get into. But again, they were +2 to save. Then would you have been, getting enough into them to make it worth it? And I'd still have the potential double after that.
Yeah, I know. It's not an easy decision, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, also like I haven't been playing, so like I wasn't too sure like how much punch I could really like levy at you with the helpet and the ogre. So it was more like I needed to see like what they do and or what they could take, right? And the ogres did okay, and like they took a bit of a punch, but it's I don't feel bad about the decision.
Yeah.
Let's just say, right? In giving it to you, but then like in retrospect, I don't know. But,
you never know how it plays out differently, right?
Yeah.
Because again, it's like Prio goes different. I win. If you take the turn and then I win 2 into 3, it could be game over there, right?
It's true, but I'm relying on the season of war luck for you never winning a priority. It's pretty. Yeah. It's a galaxy brain.
It comes and goes. I've been winning. I've been 50-50 against Ridge lately, and that's pretty good. So
that's Ridge though. He is lower level claw lord. He's so it's fine. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a great game. Jordan, I had a great time playing against this army. It's a little tough for me, but it still made it competitive, and lots of stuff was going on. So
Stormcast had a good showing, which, like you said, they can be very tough to deal with, especially if you stack those saves on a big unit like the dragons. The Judicator shooting coming in behind, like when you have a big threat in your face, you can't really deal with the shooting. Made it a pretty deadly combo, so I really enjoyed that in terms of just seeing how their pieces worked well together. So.
Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, interesting mission. We didn't take too many mortals from the ice, but a few here and there.
Yeah, I think that really just like in my back of my mind, I was like, I don't really want to take extra mortals. Like
de-incentivized running, so it affected positioning in a small degree. But yeah,
that was good. Yeah, okay.
Cool. Yeah. Well, guys, we can wrap things up. Hope you enjoyed that match. Thank you so much for watching and all your support. Don't forget, if you want extra content every week, you can hit the join button below the video to join the membership and get an extra battle report every week. But either way, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon in another video.